Good day, Columbia, and welcome to Arts Watch. This week, we're finding out all about Tenderland, an American opera by Copland. Opera at USC presents this magical production you are not going to want to miss. In the round, we're going to talk to some of the key opera singers and the director herself right now.
Copland is one of the foundational American 20th century composers. It's his only professional opera that he composed, and it's really an insight into American music, like strong American music.
Two itinerant workers are trying to find work in a Midwest farm, and they come to the home of Grandpa and Ma Moss and Beth and Laurie, who's about to graduate from high school, and the world is open to her. And the young guys, these guys are shady characters at best, but they tell her of a world that's beyond the fences of her farm. And I think for young people these days, the terrifying aspect of being out on your own. A lot of our kids will graduate in May, and then what happens?
I play Beth, who is Laurie's sister, and Beth is just a really happy little kid. She makes believe a lot, but I think that living in the Great Depression, you would have to, because I don't think she would really have that many friends that would at least live close to her. So I think she would be really, really lonely.
For me personally, I didn't have any relatives that lived during the Great Depression. So to really dive into the character building of who Martin is was a great challenge to me.
My grandma lived through the Great Depression, and she collected all of these things out throughout her entire life. She never throws anything away because that's what they did.
They walk into rehearsal with their iPods and phones, and I think have lost some of the simplicity. The people in our opera, they have a party. Well, everybody brings something to the party, and one fiddle player, they have a dance right there, and it's complicated.
Not a lot of kids do opera, and it's different from musical theater and acting and just stuff like that.
I started sometime around the 8th grade. I got cast as the lion in The Wizard of Oz. I thought it would be funny to sort of imitate the way the lion sung King of the Forest in the movie. So I imitated my best impersonation of an opera singer. And the director actually said, "I want you to sing it like that for the show. It sounds good."
So we're double cast is the term. So we share the same role, and in a rehearsal process, one of us will get up and stage one scene, and then we really just switch off. I think we alternate pretty well, so we each get an equal amount of time on stage. There's an innocence, and there's also a feisty teenager, and I think I came into it feeling the feisty teenager, and I didn't really feel the innocence, and seeing Katie just do it in the first few days, it brought, there was a tender side, if you will, to the character that she let me see.
I love sharing the role with Kate because we can play off of each other. I will watch her do a scene, and then I will think about how I can incorporate that into what I'm thinking throughout the character.
We were friends before coming into this too, so there wasn't any, we had a sense of camaraderie before we came into it. On our days of performance, we're going to buy each other milkshakes for afterwards, because you're not supposed to drink dairy before you sing. And we both love milkshakes.
People get scared off sometimes because opera's in a foreign language. This is in English. People get scared away because they think the opera is very long. Well, some of them are, but this one isn't. It's a very intimate piece. Our setting, we are fortunate to be in Longstreet Theater, which is in the round, so you're right there.
What a rare treat for us here in Columbia, an American opera. One we're going to understand, one we're going to love, and one that's very topical. I'm going to throw it back to the station. Thank you for watching Arts Watch. I'm William Starrett. Get yourself to the opera and have a good day, Columbia.